Hi, welcome to Open Door Yoga. My name is Michelle and this class is called Twist and Digest. And as the name implies, we're going to be going through several twists and other postures that are going to help with optimal digestion. You shouldn't need any props today. However, we will be coming into a wide-legged forward fold and adding a twist. And so if it's hard for you to reach your hands down comfortably onto the ground, I would invite you to grab a low support surface. I have one yoga block. You could also use a stack of books, a stack of blankets, or just position the long edge of your mat in relation to maybe the seat of a kitchen chair, a low bench, or even a low coffee table. So take a minute, get set up, then let's get started. We're going to start today's practice in child's pose. So if you're seated like I am, shift on over, rock onto your knees. And then I invite you to bring your knees as wide as it feels comfortable. So you can bring them out to the width of your yoga mat, or maybe a little bit closer together. Tops of your feet come down to the earth, toe mounds to touch or toes to touch. Then send your weight back over your heels, lowering your forehead to the earth, extending your arms long. Breathe into your full rib cage. Feel the expansion through both of your side bodies. Maybe press gently into your fingertips or palms to keep sending those hips down and back. You can shuffle a little from side to side. Find any movement that feels good. Full breath in. And exhale, walk your hands over to the left. You can keep your arms at shoulder distance or stack your right palm on top of the back of your left hand. Breathe into your right rib cage. On your next inhale, take it back through center. And exhale, walk it over to the right. Again, palms can stack or hands can stay in line with shoulders. Notice that stretch, that expansion through your left side body. And inhale back through center. Begin to walk your hands back just enough so that you can shift your weight forward and bring your knees towards each other. So your inner thighs are going to touch tops of the feet down onto the mat. And again, send your hips back, arms extended long. Full breath in. Release your breath completely. And then inhale, send your heart space forward and then up, making your way to up dog. Press into the tops of your feet. Lift your knees. Gaze lifts just slightly as well. On your next exhale, drop your knees. Send the hips back to child's pose. Flow here with your breath. Inhale, slowly make your way to up dog. And exhale, send it back to child's pose. If up dog isn't available in your body, allow your body to come down and just lift your shoulders off the mat into baby cobra. And then send it back from here. So you have options. Find what feels good. We'll just take one more cycle through here, through up dog or baby cobra. return back to child's pose. Inhale, shift your weight forward, shoulders stacking over the wrists. Split your knees apart so that they're under your hip points. Tuck your toes. And then inhale, tilt your tailbone, drop your belly, pull your shoulders back. Bitilasana cow pose. Exhale, make your way to Marjarayasana cat pose. In cow pose, feel the widening between your collarbones, the opening of your chest. And in cat pose, scoop your belly up towards your spine. Shoulder blades pulling away from each other. So you feel that sensation between your shoulder blades and your upper back body. Keep that breath-body connection and allow your natural breath pattern to dictate the pace of your movement. One more cycle through cow and cat. And then come back to stillness. From here, press into your hands, scoop your belly in just enough to make space to step your right foot forward and through. Send your hips down and forward. We're coming into a low lunge. So open up through your chest. Hands can come to rest on your thighs if that feels nice. Hug your thighs towards each other just to help you keep your balance. Peek and see that the right knee is stacked over your right ankle. We want to make sure that as we rise up here in a moment, we're going to keep our knees safe. Bring your hands together at heart center. Full breath in, lift up off your waist. Exhale, begin to twist, drawing your left elbow, hooking it on the outside of your right thigh. Inhale, lift your back leg. Exhale, hug your thighs towards each other. Press energy forward through your right shin and back through the sole of your left foot. Inhale, rise, keeping this twist. Hands can stay at heart center or extend long. Inhale, unwind, rise to crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Tailbone reaches towards the left ankle, left heel. Keep finding that lift through your left hamstring. One more full breath in. Exhale, shift your weight forward. And inhale, step or drag your left foot to meet your right. Extended mountain for a full breath in. And exhale, release your hands down, mountain pose. Take a minute to get grounded. Feel your weight balanced between the big toe edge, pinky toe edge of your feet, center of your heels. Reconnect with your breath if you've lost that connection at all. Then inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, soften your knees a lot and fold. Inhale, rise to half lift. Reach the crown of your head forward. Slight lift in your sitting bones as you send your thighs back. Shoulder blades slide down towards the hips. One more full inhale. Exhale, soften your knees and fold. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back. We're going to make our way into that low lunge. Send your hips forward and down. Slight engagement here by hugging your thighs towards each other, towards the center line, to help you keep your balance. You can press gently into your thighs or into your left thigh to open up even more through your heart space. Feel that opening through your right hip flexor. And then bring your hands to heart center. Before we do anything else, peek down and see your left knee stacked over your left heel. And if it's not, just make an adjustment. Inhale, lift up with lightness off of your waist. Create space in your spine by reaching the crown of your head up. And exhale, twist. Hook that right elbow on the outside of the left thigh and try to imagine shining your sternum or your breastbone towards the left side of the room. Inhale, lift that back knee, strong and straight back leg. It's going to be our rudder to help us keep our balanced. Heel stacked over toe mound. And then inhale, rise, keeping this twist, keeping your hands here together or extending them out to the side. Either way. Keep hugging those thighs together, especially if you're feeling wobbly. Inhale, unwind, crescent lunge. Breathe deep. Build so much heat and strength in your low body that your upper body feels light. One more breath in. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Step or drag your right foot to meet your left. Inhale to this nice, tall, extended mountain. And then exhale, release, mountain pose. Take a breath exchange to reconnect, recenter. And then we'll turn to face the long edge of the mat. So if you have your low support surface, I invite you to bring it to about the center. And then slowly step or toe heel your feet into a wide stance. And this stance can be pretty wide. If you extend your arms out to the side, you could bring your feet about under your wrists. However, if you cannot ground down through the pinky edges of your feet because your legs are so far apart, bring them in a little bit closer. So find that position where you can stay grounded. And then palms to touch behind your back, interlock your fingers, and then send your knuckles down and away, rolling your shoulders back, slight lift in your heart space. Full breath in. Exhale, hinge at your hips. So now if you have this low support surface, you can use it to close out the posture. Allow your forehead or the crown of your head to rest. Or you can allow it to come down even further. I'll scoot my block off to the side so you can see me. Your hands can naturally fall in the direction of your head, or they can stay knuckles pointing back towards the back wall. But wherever they're pointing, find a little bit of engagement by reaching in that direction. So pressing your knuckles still away from your body. Weight centered over the arches. One more full breath in. Exhale, release your hands. We're going to bring them to our low support surface. So bring them right under your nose. Inhale to a tall spine, shoulder blades flat on the back body. Bring your hand to that support surface. And then inhale, twist open to the left. Left fingertips shine up towards the sky. Imagine again shining that breastbone towards now the back of the room. If you do not need your support surface, you can bring your hand down to the mat. Gaze can be past your left fingertips. Inhale, unwind. Switch your hands on your surface if you're using it. And then open up to the right. Keep grounding down through the pinky edges of both of your feet. One more full breath exchange. On your next inhale, unwind. With this tall spine, toe heel your feet in into a stance about at your outer hip distance, maybe a little bit wider, a little bit more narrow. We're going to come into Malasana. So keep a tall spine as you begin to sink your weight or your hips down towards your heels. So check in. You can adjust and bring your feet in a little bit closer or bring them a little bit more further apart. Hands can stay down, or if you're lifted a little bit, you can keep them on your support surface. Or you can bring them to heart center. You could use your elbows to gently press on the insides of your thighs. A little bit of sensation in your hips. Reconnect with your breath. One more full breath in. Exhale, release from this posture. You could bring your hands behind you and come down to seated. We're going to turn to face the front of the mat and then slowly lower down onto our back body. So you can test your core strength and kind of take a mini boat pose on your way down, or you could bring your hands and then your forearms down to support your body as you safely come down onto your back. Walk your heels towards your sitting bones and then hug your knees to your chest. You could rock from side to side if that feels good in your body. Sometimes it feels like a nice massage for your low back. And then we'll release our feet, the soles of our feet back down. Cactus our arms to a T and then cross your right leg over your left. You can shift your hips a couple inches to the right and then allow your knees to drop down to the left. Supine or reclined spinal twist. Check in with your shoulders. Notice that they're both grounded into the earth. And if your right shoulder is trying to creep up a little bit, you could send your gaze past your right shoulder, or you could even bring a stack of blankets, your block, your books underneath your knees, just to help reduce the intensity of this twist so that you can keep your upper body down and connected with the earth. Inhale, unwind, uncross your leg, realign those hips, then we'll take it to the other side. So you can cross your left leg over the right, shift those hips to the left, drop your knees to the right. Checking in with those shoulders. Grabbing any support or props to help make this posture the most accessible that it can be in your body. One more breath exchange in and out. Then inhale, unwind, uncross, realign your hips. And we're going to hug our knees to our chest one last time. Feel your low back flush with the mat. You could flex or point through your ankles and toes if that feels nice. And then I invite you to make your way to the Shavasana of your choice. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. Namaste.